My boy. Ooh, we out here in these streets, man. What's going on, family? It's the Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. I am Miles Austin. That is the beautiful C. Monroe. And we are here to talk basketball. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got the Seattle Pro-Am going on, the WNBA playoffs right around the corner, and just so much
to talk about. We got the Seattle Pro-Am going on.
Love it going on, man. So, hold on one second. Okay, we good. We straight. Ain't no
we
way.
good.
So, look, I absolutely am excited about what we are doing and how we are doing it. See, how are you today? Tell me.
Well, I'm tired. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so tired. That workout, I added planks to my workout,
Chill. You
and
crazy.
I did a whole stomach routine, so I'm dying right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm not mad at that. I'm doing well. I stepped on a scale this morning. It was 236. I was hurt.
You don't want to know my weight, so we're not even gonna talk about that.
But you're doing something about it, right? This morning was a revelation for me. I was like, oh, wait a second.
But I thought you were working out. What happened? I thought we were fit here.
So I got on it, was eating right, and then a day turns into 2 days, 2 days turn into a week turn into 2 weeks, and it's a snowball thing. So
long as you get back to it, that's all that matters. We got to get you back into it. I'm gonna text you in the morning and be like, bro, make sure you get a workout in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something to start.
Right. I appreciate that. Look, man, you already know what it is. It's your boy Miles Austin. That is Sports Talk with C Monroe, doing absolutely everything in the world of basketball, WNBA, NBA. I mean, look, if you look on the sideline, you might see it somewhere. I'm not gonna say nothing, but it is what it is. I'm excited. Y'all should be excited as well. Look, we are short a couple members of the team this evening. However, the basketball info, passion, everything still comes through. So kick it with us, knock it out. Y'all know what it is. 494 MTMV Sports. Let's get it. You know what? The crazy
and that gets me in the mood. Yes. It just gets me in the mood. Yep, time to talk ball.
It's the music, man. I love it. And the crazy thing about that last clip is what we were talking about, the 17 Lakers. I mean, the 01 Lakers versus 17 Warriors. That was the team in question because that was the one game they lost in that playoffs. They went 15-1 that season. I mean, in that playoffs. And the one game they lost was game 1 of the finals, where Allen Iverson just came out and said, "Excuse me, I'm here."
So since we're on that topic, and Draymond swears to God that he can beat, his squad can beat. I just can't believe that.
I mean, he said they beat the Bulls and the Jazz.
You know what? See,
he said if y'all gonna play that brand of basketball, we'll beat the Bulls by 20, and we'll beat the Jazz by 40.
But you blew it. You know what?
Look, I think it's very possible.
It's a possibility, but I just think if it had happened, that they don't have that Mamba mentality. They don't know what it's like when it's different going up against him. You witnessed it, we watched it, but to go against him when he's in that zone, you're gonna be
It's different.
Draymond tap back in reality.
Yeah, who's stopping Shaq? That's the question. Who's doing that? Now the question would be, you could say who's gonna stop KD? Well, I have Kobe Bryant for that. Who stays with Steph? Fisher's not gonna stop him, right?
He's not gonna stop him, but he's gonna defend him well.
For sure.
You see why he can be defended. Kevin Love did a very great job on Steph Curry, so he can be defended.
I'm not mad at that. I think that's an absolute. He can be defended.
He can be defended.
And you put Rick on Clay. I mean, It is what it is. Bigger body, bigger frame. I think he slows him down a little bit. I mean, but it is what it is. Look, we want to make sure that we start this show off particularly with giving love, prayers, and our condolences to the family of Bill Russell. Passed away Sunday. The notification and news was that he passed away peacefully with his wife there and family by his side. So want to give love to what Bill Russell meant to the game. I mean, there's so much that you could talk about. Most people talk about the 11 rings, and the picture where he's doing this, showing off those 11
That's
rings.
epic.
It's epic pick, man. Like you just can't beat that type of stuff. But we're talking about somebody who won 11 rings, 2011 Presidential Medal of Freedom, 56 Summer Olympics, two NCAA championships, 5 MVP awards, second most all time. And even just to go cross over into the civil rights and what he did when he was playing in 54, part of the first college lineup to start 3 black players. In 61, he leads a walkout of the black players on the Hawks and the Celtics when they were refused service at a hotel out in Kentucky. 1964, part of the first lineup to start 5 black players in the NBA, and then first black coach of any North American pro sports team in 1966. And even there, he won 2 titles after becoming the first black coach ever. So when you talk about what he means to the game of basketball, the NBA family, we lost a great. And when you think about Bill Russell, see what comes to mind?
I don't know if I could ever be in a time where he played in the city of Boston, being a black person. And I'm just being honest. So for you to do it with such grace and continue to go every game, not only think about yourself, but it was always my team, my team, my team, my team. He always made it about the team. For him to be a black coach made it okay for all the great black coaches we have now, not only in just NBA. He made it possible for black coaches to coach, period, in my opinion. So it extended not only in basketball, but to other sports. He's a winner. He's the pioneer. And when he tweeted about Kenny, when he walked out, it just made it okay that he still respects us today. Like, he's still involved with the league today. He's still watching the league today.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so that he was just, like you said, we lost a legend.
Big facts, man. I remember after Kobe passed, him wearing the Mamba hat and being supportive and just being there. And I remember back in the 2007 NBA awards where he walks up and I think he's getting the Achievement Award, and it was like the greatest centers, right? I think Dikembe's up there, Kareem's up there, and he's just looking at him, looking at him just like this. He just goes, count on I'd have whooped all your asses. Like I was like, dude. Like,
when he said to Michael, which record we talking about?
Which record we talking about? We don't cuss on this show, but absolute quote by Bill Russell. It was absolute amazing. So it just when you think about Bill Russell and what he meant to the game, it was something. He was a competitive. He was a pioneer. He stood in the gap of where we were trying to get to, and he's a part of where the NBA is today. So like I said earlier, man, we did lose a legend in Bill Russell. Our prayers and condolences go out to the family and the NBA world and everybody who's affected by the passing of such a legend like Bill Russell, 11-time champ. So as we even continue to talk about basketball and what it means to us, I wanted to ask you a question. See, we had a conversation a couple days ago, especially last episode with our boy Connie going into whatever he went to at the end of the show and really just trying to figure out what do we see in the WNBA? Like when you look at it and you say, what does the WNBA mean to you? I know I'm kind of going off script here, but I just want you to kind of pick your brain on it. So that's the first word that comes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because through all adversity that these women face, the coverage not getting the coverage they need, not getting paid what they deserve to be paid, the travel expectation, everything, they still come to work and give us a good game.
Big facts.
Even when they're traveling and they miss a flight and they get in the gym, they only have time for shoot around, and they still come out and give every ounce of their soul on that court. Yeah. That's why I say when I look at the NBA, I think of strength. And it just like, I can't complain about being tired. I can't complain about being not on my game because there's women that barely practice. There's women that barely have any rest, but still come out and make sure they give us fans a great show.
Oh, for sure.
Without complaining.
Yeah.
Stop and introduce themselves, talk to us. So I think
we got first world experience with that.
Yeah. So I think it's strength. Like players could come, have no practice, play a competitive game where OT, and then you like the other game at Connecticut Sun. And then after the game, they're still willing to take pictures, meet players, not eating yet, no sleep yet. So when I think of the WNBA, I think of strength and courage.
I love it. I think that's what you look at when you see people who are just trying to go out and do what they love to do, right? And when you get paid, whether it be, I mean, we could go all day about, you know, how much they're getting paid and the flights, commercial flights, whatever. But when you're getting paid to do something that you love to do, it has to be a true joy and a passion for you trying to do that. So I love that part and I love it. As we talk about the WNBA and what it means and what those women are standing for, what Sabrina Ionescu, right? Comes in, gets drafted. She's in her third year, right? Has a historic night the other night, dropping 16 assists in the game. When we look at what Sabrina could be, right? That we haven't seen the team success in the New York Liberty that we wanted to see. I think she was 2-20 the first year, 12-20 the second year, and now they're 11-18 this year. When you're looking at what she could possibly be individually, as well as an asset to the New York Liberty being title contenders, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think the ceiling is for Sabrina? Like when you look at her game and how she plays, she's a triple-double threat every time she gets on the court. So what do you look like her ceiling is as she's playing in her third year and maybe probably gonna miss the playoffs, but moving into next year, what is Sabrina's ceiling?
Scary.
Facts.
Scary.
I like it.
She's averaging 16.9 points, 7.1 rebounds. Like that's what really sticks out to me is that she's averaging the 7.1 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 1.1 steals per game. I remember, I always said, I want to see Sabrina after the ankle injury. And each game she's getting better. And the fact that she can rebound, I think it just makes her better at her position. Facts. Because the offensive rebounding that she does, the passing that she can just kick it out when she's drawing all the defenders to her. I just think the system that she's in just has to utilize that more and have a full squad.
I agree. And I think really just trying to get the right people around her. Mm-hmm. Like what does that look like? Because when you look at somebody, and it's crazy that I can even compare how she plays to Bron, has the kind of killer instinct, but also is looking to get other people involved. Yes. Her first season, she averaged 18.5 points and like 4.5 assists. She moved up the last 2 years, going from 18 to 17, but from 4 assists to 7 assists. So she's coming out and looking to be a facilitator. What do you need? I mean, initially when we talk about Bron, we say he just needs shooters. He needs somebody to drive and kick. Like as she's rebound, I mean, 7 rebounds a game for a point guard is crazy, right?
Exactly.
So when you're thinking about what you can put around Sabrina, what does that look? What is your go-to?
She has shooters around her though, so we already know that's not
working.
That's not what it is. I just think when New York is tough to beat is when Sabrina's doing what she's doing, but when you have Natasha Howard coming out the gate attacking the basket.
Yeah.
And that opens the floor for Beck Allen. And then they have the best screener and Stephanie over there. So you have the pieces. I mean, they definitely are missing Benijah Laney. Yeah. And maybe we would see something when they actually have a full squad. The team has chemistry with the new coach for the full year.
This has been what? This is his third year as the head coach, right?
No, they have a woman now from Phoenix of last year. So they have a brand new coach.
That's right.
So
when you go 2-20, it's kind of hard.
Right. So I just think not the chemistry, but all players need to play their role.
Yeah.
To the best of their ability. And then, like I said, when you have Natasha Howard attack and then you have Sabrina rebound, and you don't even expect her to come out of left field, just rebound and get an offensive rebound. it creates more space, not only for her, but also for her other teammates. And them open threes with those shooters and Johannes, Beck, they're going to knock them down. So
big facts. I mean, I think when you're trying to figure out how and what, right? We understand that Sabrina is a talent, right?
Yeah.
Like how do we make her great and make this team great because of it, right? Like she has everything you need, right?
I just want to know the missing pieces are like not Benijah lady. You know, they started off with a couple of players injured, so that was they didn't get off to a good start. Then they got into a groove after the All-Star break, and then it's like then they got back to the coming out the gate, not having a lot of energy, not being an attack one. And in this league today, you can't. A lot of teams get beat in that first quarter.
That's a lie. You ain't lie.
So coming out, you have to come out and want to win at all times.
Yeah.
Every possession, every quarter. You don't want to play from behind. So
it's hard to do that. I think even
especially the way the teams this year, the Aces are playing. Chicago Sky, they got shooters left and right.
22-8. Shout out to them. Let's get it.
So when I think, they figure that out because they have the pieces. Johannes, I always forget her name, Sue Han.
Yeah.
And she is a monster.
Yeah.
So she can shoot.
They got to put it together.
She can shoot. Yeah, exactly. If they have the puzzle pieces, it's time to put them together correctly. They thought they did. They need to just switch a few pieces around
and try to figure it out. Yeah. I get that. I think when you look at that, you just got to find and try to fill out those pieces. Once you get gel and you get chemistry and you get healthy, like what like when you talk about basketball, the best ability is availability. Like you need to be on the court and trying to figure that out. A lot of teams run into that, and you talk about expectations and trying to figure things out, and then somebody gets hurt. I mean, you look at the Lakers, like they played 21 games together last year and won 33 games. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing you could do from the 82 out of the 82. So, I mean, you're just trying to figure it out, and I think they will. I think a solid player, I think a solid player like Sabrina, they just got to be healthy
because she's only gonna get better. She already is. She's at her second triple-double this year.
Ridiculous. And she's a monster, dude.
She's up there. She's tied with Candace Parker.
That's ridiculous. And that's a nice name to be attached to. You hear me? Definitely a nice name. Now, even talking about greatness.
Yes.
And we're going to stay right here in the WNBA. As we talk about DT, right? Diana Taurasi, like what she got going on, right? The other night, she put up 30+. Third player in NBA in basketball history to do it over the age of 40. She joins Michael Jordan and Dirk Nowitzki and how she doing. Now, we're not just talking about anybody. Now, she was voted 2 years ago as the GOAT, like best player all time. It is what it is.
All-time scoring, 5-time scoring titles, 2 finals MVP, 3 WNBA champions, 5 Olympic medals in her 17th season.
Yep. I mean,
but let me ask you, since it's always compared to, I'm gonna say she's up there with the greats. She's deserves to be up there, but a lot of people will say no because the men-male thing. So I'm gonna ask your opinion on this segment.
I think greatness is greatness, right? Like when you do anything, you do it to the best of your ability. So I think when God has given you a gift, right, and you go into it and you try to grow it, mature it, learn it, be the best at it. She did that. I think that's exactly what she did. She has to be honored as a great because she is one. And greatness to me doesn't discriminate, right? When you put the work in, you can be great. And I think DT, you just routed off all of her accomplishments and her accolades. When you're talking about just a multiple-time All-Star, multiple-time championship, like she got rings on rings, right? Like, and she's
one of 11 women who have a gold medal, NCAA championship, a FIBA World Cup, and a WNBA championship.
I mean, what else do you want? And you're the all-time leading scorer for the WNBA history. Like, there's nothing else that you like. For people who would say, "Oh, it's the WNBA or it's this or it's that," like you're just a hater. Like you have to be a hater at this point because you have to respect greatness. I don't walk into a music hall and watch somebody who is great at piano or great at guitar or great at composing or great as being a conductor. Like when you're looking at those type of things, how well do you do it, and how often do you do it well? That's how I look at greatness, right? When I looked at Michael Jordan, he might have had he had the greatest like 3-year, 8-year span where you won 6 titles, right? Even the 2 years that you took off. You look at greatness and you look at saying how when you did it, did you sustain it, and were you consistent, right? So when you look at like even what I love about Golden State coming back, like and winning this year, is that they lost, right? They lost KD, he had the injury, then they lost Steph, then you lost Clay for 2 seasons, and then you still come back strong and do that. That's how I measure greatness. You were great, you took some hits, you came back and continued to be great. So that's what I look at when I see DT. Greatness is greatness, man. You can't argue with it. She did it to the best of her ability. She did it with excellence.
She did.
I absolutely love it. Now, when you look at the span of DT's career, right, and what she has done, did you see that early? Like I remember she won her first championship pretty early, but she wasn't the factor, right? She was a player. She was a teammate, right? But she wasn't the factor in why they won.
I think I had to, like I said, I did know who she was when she played at UConn. Of course, everybody knows that. Yes. I think when it became well known is when she came into the WNBA. Like when she got her Rookie of the Year. It was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm DT.
Yeah.
And you are going to remember my name.
She was like, I'm here. What's up? What's poppin'?
But her game showed that. She did exactly that. So she might have not been that, and she had that killer instinct in, I would say, college, but I don't think it flourished until she came into the league. Like, I'm not taking away what she did at UConn.
Oh, yeah.
Her college career, everything leading up to her being the GOAT was absolutely astonishing. Her accolades is just not only to look at, but to see it. Like,
yeah. I like it.
Constantly. To get that win, I came home. I didn't get to see the game, but I did watch the highlights. My mom's like, every game today was on fire. Every game. I was like, yes. And this is why Sirius XM needs to have a WNBA station that I can listen to my games on while I'm driving.
Shout out to that. And when you do it, just make sure you sponsor us as well. XM Radio. God bless you.
Oh, I like that.
Shameless plug. It is what it is.
Tweet that.
Yeah, we got to tweet that out. Make sure I'm gonna strip that down. But that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Now, there's so much going on with the WNBA, right? What we see in Sabrina, what we see what the Aces are doing. Who's the number one right now? Chicago Sky, then the Aces.
And then my squad.
Chicago's like Kalia. It don't make no sense how good they are. Like, I love it. Shout out to it, man. And also shout out to the interview. You've spoken with Kalia, and
she's great. I spoken to her before the whole finals MVP, and just to ask her like, what keeps you going? Yeah. And it's her. I love it. When that north side of Philly comes out.
I love it. I love it, man. And as we talk about
I think she averages how many and ones a game? I think 6.
That don't make no sense. When you're good, you're good. And that's why they're in first place. So hopefully
they're gonna repeat.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the Aces. We're gonna come see you. Right?
Sorry, squad, I love you, but
we're waiting to see Chicago, man. I think that's gonna be a great series. I can't wait to see that, and I pray that we do see it. I really do.
I don't know, because I definitely got to see the engine from Connecticut Sun, and we need that rematch again, especially after that OT the other day Sunday. We need that rematch. We need another game.
Now, look, as we talk about possibilities and what could happen, right? As the playoffs are right around the corner, we watched Trae Young, John Collins, and DeJounte Murray playing
the worst defensive team in the playoffs. Yes,
we watched them play in Jamal Crawford Seattle Pro-Am, called a crossover. When I look at this, right, we saw the highlights, we saw the nutmeg, we saw the double alley-oop.
Yes, it was great to watch. I wish I was there though.
Oh, big facts. It was lit in there. But when we're looking at what they have, right, in this game, Murray finishes with 39. Young with 37, and Collins with 27. Now it's not realistic. It's not going to play like that in the NBA.
Mm-mm.
However, as we talked about Sabrina, right? We talked about Sabrina and her level, what her ceiling was. Are we expecting the Hawks to be a top 5 team, top 4 team in the East with this?
Oh, okay. I was saying the East or
just the East. Just the East.
Okay.
We can't move it out there.
It was like, wait, hold on.
There's too many people out there, you know what I mean? But are we talking top 5 in the Eastern Conference with trade? Now we have talked about John Collins being traded. All summer. He hasn't been traded yet. And after the Seattle program, the chemistry that they're building could be useful in the season, right? But maybe the Hawks brass right now is like maybe we should just keep him. Maybe we should just make this better. Or what's the market out there for Collins? And if it's not great, I'm gonna change the lineup completely and give you a chance to run the title. Run it with these guys. Let them get chemistry and build together.
I think that's after seeing it. I think that's the go-to now.
You have to, right?
Because I mean, you can't in them types of games. You can't fake chemistry.
Facts. You can't.
It's not an official NBA game, so it's a different type of crowd. It's a different type of refereeing. It's a different. You're a different type of player when you're playing. I'm gonna say street ball.
Oh, you already know, man. Shout out to the team, man. See, Mike, and Not the Same podcast. Look, that double alley was crazy. That double alley was crazy.
I was walking at the track and I was watching. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, and the funny thing was, I looked back at it as a slow mo and from a different angle. You see the nutmeg, right? Trey gets the guy, nutmegs him, throws it up. Did you see DeJounte Murray pose as he threw it off the backboard?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that part? I didn't see that initially because the initial angle was from behind the goal. So I just saw I thought he just.
I'm just walking like this, so I'm just.
And that's the thing. I was like, bro, this is absolutely crazy. That you see. So you see from the other angle, he throws it. DeJounte was posed and threw it off the backboard, and John I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
We can say that they could be top 5. We definitely can say that. Yeah. The only way, because Murray's defense is, I love the way his defense is on. I mean, he averaged 21 points, 8.3 rebounds, 9.2 assists last year.
Yes.
When he was with
with San Antonio
Spurs. So with Trey, and I think this game and the chemistry going into the season, I think it's the 3 of them will rally the team together.
Oh, for sure.
So I think this was the step in the right direction for them, but we'll see how it starts because like Trey says, the NBA is boring. So
he has said that before.
I don't know if that contributes to his game early off in the season or even his teammates around him. Because it's like, all right, if it's boring, are you going to play?
Oh yeah.
Do we need to play? So
we definitely going to be in attendance at some of these games this year. As a fan, as a NBA analyst, we about to get these media passes. Like, we're gonna make this thing happen. And I'm excited to see what they possibly can have, because I think I'm
excited for it. You can say that.
Yeah, I like that, right? Like, I think DeJounte is gonna open up and allow Trey to be Trey, right? When Trey has to do everything,
he can't be the.
You know what I mean?
Finesse that he has.
Let me give you a little boogie. Let me pop it from 3, or I can finish at the rim. His finishing skills are top notch. I'll give him that. But when you have a threat like DeJounte Murray, now it opens up. Now that we can try to guard the backside on John Collins, or maybe need to guard the corner, or maybe DeJounte slashing through the middle and hit him with a dime. So I think when you look at that, they're gonna be solid. I think they can be a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. I mean,
that's what we hoped for ending the Eastern Conference Finals that year. That's what we hoped for going into last season. So hopefully we get that back this season. Yeah. That fiery where he doesn't have to do everything, like you said. And I think when Trey doesn't have the spotlight on him, he plays like Ice Trey, because he was definitely just cold.
I love it. I mean, aside from Milwaukee, Boston, whatever is happening with Brooklyn, and we have no idea. To be honest with you, I think the best move is just keep KD there, keep Kyrie, take Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Joe Harris. Let y'all just
figure it out.
Figure it out.
Stop going to play pickup basketball now. Stop going to play against some people in Brooklyn. You might find something out. You might get some comp.
Big facts. Now what? And the crazy thing is I wonder how Brooklyn would receive him though, right? Like I'm gonna go play at the neighborhood court, right? But you requested a trade, bro. You know what I mean? Are they still harboring that? Are they like, KD, stay, bro? Just stay. You know what I mean? Let's run for a championship. What you think?
mean, it's the reason you want me to be honest?
Be honest.
They're gonna accept him because everyone still thinks KD's the best player in the world. So they're going to welcome back, KD. I don't think it's gonna be, I said it didn't impact his legacy. I mean, it may put a little stamp on it, but I don't think it's gonna take away from what he's done. Not gonna take away from the one of the greatest scorers I see.
Oh, big fact. We can say that with confidence here. We are here at the Full 94 podcast. We are believers in KD being one of the best scorers of all time. Now, our resident co-host, Will Just Ruffin, definitely disagrees with he is the best player in the NBA right now and maybe a top 10, top 15 talent of all time. I'm not there yet, right? But Will just definitely is. So shout out to him.
Miss you, bro. Sending prayers to you and your fam.
Yeah, definitely. And shout out to Connie as well. JT who pops in from time to time. We got mad love for you guys. We got to have a conversation to end it. We got to have a conversation, and then we could kind of go out, right? We're gonna really just say it's two questions.
Okay.
We talked about it. First question we talked about at the top of the show. Hands down, right? 17 Warriors, 01 Lakers. We know what Draymond was talking about. We said all that stuff. Is it what's the count? Who wins and what's the series count? Is it 4-2, 4-1? I'm
gonna go 7.
Go 7 games.
I have the Lakers winning.
Okay. All right. As we got 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in 7 games. Okay. I
say 7 because I love that intensity of a 7 game.
Oh, for sure. I like
so to see Curry in that, and then Mamba and so it's
different. That 1-2 punch hit different. You know what I mean? Like I'm just That's
what I'm saying. I think they can live up to the punch back and forth, but that last 7th game with Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah. It's hard to beat. And I get why people would say the 17 Warriors. I understand it. I just don't believe in it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to get it. Okay, so this question is a 2-parter, right? Playoffs, WNBA playoffs are right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right. NBA season right around the corner. Training camp coming up. One, we're gonna end with WNBA, so I'll start in the NBA first. Is there a team or teams that you can look at and see, and you're like, they're gonna be in the finals? Is there a lock, or can we just be excited for the NBA season to come to see who's coming out the Eastern and Western Conference? Is it a done deal?
No, it's not. After what Rudy did in the trade factor, I can't. Of course, everyone's gonna see, but I already forgot the Warriors in my list for the West, so I'm not even gonna sit here and try to lie this episode. But I'm just excited to see, of course, what the Lakers do,
of course,
but also what the hype around Cat Edwards.
Right.
I'm really, I want to see what happens with Donovan. I want to see what happens in Dallas. Are they going to get my boy Luka some help?
Fact. They need to. Trade for Donovan. Shoot. Stop playing.
You really think that would work, though?
I mean, as I'm looking, you have somebody who can get to the basket, create their own shot. You know what I mean? And who is absolutely solid. When Luka can just go up there and be Luka. You don't have to score 45. You know what I mean? You can average 26, 10 and 8. You know what I mean? And be fine and allow Donovan to average the 24, 25s and drop 40 when he feels like it. He's a bucket.
Sprinkle 40 when he wants to.
Yeah, man. I mean, and he has that capability. Like I'm gonna just go up and give him 40 real quick.
Right.
You know what I mean, he could do that. So he needs help. He needs help. And the living and dying by the 3 It got them to the Western Conference Finals, but it's not. It can't.
It's not going to get you to win a final.
Yeah, it's not going to get you.
It's not going to get you in. No, it's not.
You know what I mean? We watch
You're
Houston
not the Warriors.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. We watch Houston do that for years, building up, saying, "Look, this team is built to beat the Warriors." Well, obviously it wasn't. We figured that out very quickly. So I'm
not going to sit here and say that there's a team that, oh yeah, they're coming out the East or they're coming out the West, but I can say I'm definitely ready and I'm excited about how the NBA is going to start.
Oh, for sure. I'm in the same boat. I want to see where Katie's going to land. I want to see where Donovan's going to land. I want to see Minnesota, what they're going to do. Yeah, like I want to see. I got to see him. Cat and Gobert. I have
to. I want to see Zion play.
Cat's been crying for years.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a legitimate center, a legitimate defensive center. Now you can go and be you. You want to shoot threes, you want to shoot jumpers, you want to back down, be a 3-level scorer. I'm fine with that. But now Ant is going to have to be better, right? He's going to continue the ascent that he's on. And D'Angelo Russell's going to have to be solid. He's going to have to be, because he's going to be the key to that piece. You know, as he brings the ball up, like you're going to have to.
Yes, he is.
So I'm excited about what they have coming. I feel like the Lakers aren't done yet. I feel like I don't know what we're going to do and how we're going to do it.
I have no idea. I'm
lost. I'm completely lost.
So confused on what's going on over there. I don't even pay attention. I don't even look it up. You know what? When I see it, I'll see it.
I'm excited for the new coach. I'm excited for Darvin. I really am.
I want to see the Pelicans. Definitely. That's a team that I loved watching in the playoff.
I would love to see
run that they had.
Yeah. Zion and CJ is gonna be killer, and BI it's gonna be wild. So
I want to see Zion. I'm definitely ready. I missed him playing. I'm a Duke girl, so I would love to see if what he said about his weight class and what he wants to do, and he has so much to prove. I want to see that on the basketball court.
Oh, for
no
sure.
more words, no more talking. I want to see that on the basketball court.
We got to at that point, you know what I mean? But look, we got C-Mike typing in. Wolves losing Pat Bev could hurt, but they're super talented now. Definitely, they are super talented. I think that vet experience they had in Pat Bev. I was kind of hurt when I saw him at the top of the list with those 5 picks they sent off over to Utah. But Pat Bev, I think if I'm honest, I think Pat Bev ends up a Laker. That's just me though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's gonna play out. I remember him talking about wanting to play with Bron and wanting to kind of do that thing. I think Utah buys him out. I think, or they just release him or try to get a trade or whatever they're trying to do. I think Pat Bev ends up in the yellow, in the purple and gold. But yeah, we're gonna see how that plays out, man. So last to end it, who's gonna win the WNBA championship this year?
I am gonna stick to my guns. Sorry, squad. My squad, but I'm gonna go with the Chicago Sky. The reason why I'm going to go with the Chicago Sky, because the Chicago Sky have won without Vandersloot. The Chicago Sky have won without Kahleah Copper. The Chicago Sky have won without Candace Parker. They have won without Quigley. So,
I don't want to talk about it.
If North Side of Philly comes out every game, it's a wrap.
North Side of Philly. So nothing.
She has it's gonna be. I mean,
Kahleah fine. Don't get me wrong.
It's gonna be a great that. But because the way they got beat in the Commissioner Cup, that I just think that fueled them to the season. Remember how last year they started and Candace was out. Candace was out. They weren't really in the groove, and then towards the playoff, they went on this run, and everyone was counting them out, and and now I feel like this is happening again with that Commissioner Cup game losing. When I was watching the game on Sunday, and I mean it was about this much space, and Kahleah got through it and got a basket. Like
Kalea's a monster, bro. There's nothing you could do with her at all.
So I'm gonna, and then Quigley, Vandersloot, the way she passes, the way she sees the floor.
So no Connecticut, no Las Vegas, no Seattle.
No, definitely not Seattle. No offense, but I just with Connecticut, Aces, and Chicago Sky being in front of them.
Facts. I think we knock Seattle out. We got to. We have to. I'm not taking an L to Seattle. I can't take. I wouldn't. I'd be very hurt if Seattle.
But the Aces are balling too, because Plum is a monster. You know, A'ja Wilson's having a MVP season. Period.
Shout out to De'Erica.
Her defense on
because A'ja Wilson doesn't do what she does without De'Erica on the floor.
Her defense is ridiculous. Her hands are in every possession.
Love it.
The playoffs for the WNBA is going to be spicy because my squad has been through some trials and tribulations this year, losing 2 point guards to torn ACLs, and y'all still number 3.
It's still 20-10. That's impressive.
They got a lot of fight. They got a lot of fight, a lot of heart. Their engine is
Alyssa Thomas ball. Definitely could use that in the playoffs. Look, you know what it is, man. Again, the Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. I'm Miles Austin. That's C. Monroe. Now, mind you, I want to make sure that we understand and we take time out to give flowers where flowers do. What C is doing right now, currently, inside of the WNBA, sideline reporter, just everything, being in the room. Tomorrow, can we share the news? So tomorrow, she is putting questions for the commissioner of the WNBA. She will be in the room when those questions are being asked. So hand clap, flowers to C and what she has going on in Sports Talk with C.
I'm a new sideline reporter, guys.
Yes,
I have a new internship as a sideline reporter for an ABA team where I'm from in Providence, Rhode Island. No. So be on the lookout for that.
I love it.
And stay tuned, guys.
Absolutely love it, man. Make sure you were supporting the team. We're doing a whole lot of stuff here at MTMV Sports. And C, I honestly believe in what she's doing and how she's doing it. I know I say that a lot, man, but you gotta love me.
Thanks, bro.
I love it. Like I love it, and I love the passion and what you bring to the table. And I think it's too cool, like not to mention. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it is what it is. And shout out to Big Bro giving facts on facts. Congrats.
Yes, thank you. Everyone, make sure you guys continue to vote. Right? We have until August 8th. Right? Yep. So make sure you go. I think it's www.spinaward.com, but I'm not sure. Something like that.
Podcast of the year. You already know.
But make sure you go vote for the squad and even the voice for Voice of the Year.
Yeah,
MTMV Sports Live Talk Show. Track Stars, and there's some other ones as well. I'm sorry if I don't remember your name. Please forgive me.
Look for the whole team, man. MTV Sports,
and make sure you vote. We have 7 days. 7 days left, right? August 8th. We have 7 days. Blow those votes up for the next 7 days.
Absolutely love it, man. Again, we love what we do. We love talking about basketball. If you like talking about basketball, come support us. Come check us out. Come view. Come comment. Let's talk. We'll get you on the show. You know, if you can contain yourself, you know what I mean?
Love you, mommy.
Keep the cussing to an absolute minimum, you know what I mean? 0.
Only direct quotes.
Then come right, direct quotes.
By legends only.
By legends. That's it. Okay. All right. That's it. Remember, look, if you could talk about it and you want to do it, you know, we got to make it happen, man. Love y'all. And we appreciate you, Ms. Renee Griffin. We love you as well.
Love you, Mom.
So let's just keep working, man. Y'all want to work with us, tap in with us, make it happen. MTMV Sports, not the same podcast, the Full 94 podcast, the V Report, the main card, MVP University that's happening right now, just started up. We got things on things, you know what I mean? Things on things. So
stay tuned.
I'm excited, man. Look, y'all keep tapping in with us on the new time, Monday nights, 8:30 here, the Full 94 on MTMV Sports. We are killing it. Make sure you
subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to it all. I am Miles Austin on every platform. Sports Talk with C on every platform, man. Support the squad, man. Let's get it.
Again on the track.
You see the picks. You see it all. Tap in, man. Let's get it. 494 podcast here at MTV.
And we out. Peace.